Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, and this is the last video on the series, I Will Knock You, and in this video, I will tell you the untold, and unseen things about the series. So get ready for the roller coaster. There are still many things, that I'm not gonna cover in this video, because I have already done that, in my previous videos of the series, which you can see through the I button. So, the first time when we, as readers, as well as Noe, realize that Noe has started to feel for T, was when Noe was drawing while humming, and Noe's best friend comes to him, and asks him if he is in love. Now let's talk about Fiyu. Now let's talk about Fiyu. So, T's and Fiyu's first encounter was in a club. One night when T goes to a club with his friends, he sees live band performance there. And the main singer of the band was Fiyu, and Fiyu looks at T. And T has a habit to smile if someone looks at him, and after the performance, Fiyu comes to T's table, and one of T's friends knew Fiyu, so they have conversation together. But their second encounter was more interesting, as it was also Noe's and Fiyu's half encounter. T's and Fiyu's second encounter was, when T was having lunch with his friends at a restaurant, he meets Fiyu there. And Fiyu tells T, that he can drop T if he wants, and T also accepts it, as Noe's house was on way of Fiyu's house, but the moment T comes out of Fiyu's car, Noe sees it from a distance. And he gets so angry, that he tells his subordinates, to note down the license plate number, and if they see that car in front of his house ever again, then just destroy that car. After that, he goes to T, and tells him to call him before coming, and he will pick him up. Here is a funny moment, that I want to share with you guys. So during a class, Noe notices a scar on T's hand, and T says that he got the scare when he was a kid, and Noe compares their hand sizes. And Noe's hand was bigger, but suddenly Noe gets shocked, and asks T to do it again. And this time Noe clicks some pictures of their joint hands, then he goes to his home, and reads his mother's horoscopic book, and asks his mother, about the line in his hand, which says, that he will find an older soulmates. There is one more. In one of their tutoring class, T falls asleep because of tiredness, and so, Noe takes him to their storeroom, but the fan there is not working, and so, Noe fans T while he was sleeping. Finally comes the reason, why Noe becomes a gang leader. Noe's father dies when he was 10, and the necklace we always see Noe wearing, was given to him by his father, so after Noe's father dies, his mother marries another man, who seemed very good, and a nice man at first, but later they got to know that he is an alcoholic, and a gambler, and he also starts to beat Noe's mother. But one time, Noe sees his stepfather beating his mother, and he gets so angry, that he beats his stepfather to death, and after that, the neighbors calls the police, and police take the man, and after that, whenever that man tried to enter the house, Noe beats him, and to keep that man away from his mother, and his house, Noe started his gang. The purpose of the gang was to become stronger, so that he could protect his mother. Well, all the things that Noe did to pursue T, like giving flowers, dancing, singing, flirting, and sweet talks, were all the ideas of Noe's mother. Well, Noe actually asks his mother for some dating tips, to pursue T, but some of these, were applied on Pam, in the series, but they were meant for T, in the novel. And now is the confession time. Many of you might wonder, how Noe asked T to be his boyfriend, in the novel, so let me tell you. Noe calls T, while T was at his university, and tells T, that he is coming to pick him up. But when Noe comes, he sees T with Fiyu, and gets jealous as obviously. And when he drops T, in front of his apartment, he asks T if he likes Fiyu, and what does he likes about him, and T says, that Fiyu is handsome, and as T says this, Noe leaves. T tries to contact Noe, but Noe just doesn't reply to T at all. Then suddenly after a day, Noe calls T, and tells him to come down as always, and when T goes down, he sees, that Noe had completely changed his style, and he looked very similar to Fiyu. Seeing this, T feels guilty, and tells Noe, that he didn't need to do this, and Noe says, that he likes T, and T says yes to Noe. So this was the novel confession scene. Read this section on my website. And the very next day of their relationship, T introduces Noe to his friends, as his boyfriend, for the first time, and yes, this was actually the first meeting of Noe and T's friends. And now the kiss scene. So while they were returning to T's apartment, it started to rain, and so T invites Noe to his apartment for some time, and then the moment got created, and they kissed for the first time, and during this kiss, T was actually sitting on Noe's lap. And I seriously love lap kisses. In fact, all the kiss scenes in this novel were lap kisses. I can't remember if there was a kiss during which T wasn't sitting on Noe's lap. And now comes the parents. After getting in a relationship, T decides to tell his parents about Noe, so he goes to his home and tells his parents about Noe, and T's parents were very happy when they got to know that T is in a relationship, so they wanted to meet Noe. And the next day, T brings his parents to Noe's house, and everything was going okay, but Noe was not there, as he was in school at that time. But then suddenly Noe comes, while dancing with his friends to loud music. And the moment T's parents saw that Noe is actually a schoolboy, who is just 16, and is a minor, they got angry, and refused their relationship, and tells Noe that after graduation T will go abroad for his master's and then leaves with T. Seeing this, Noe also stops them, and tell them that he will never break up with T, he will change for T. And so, Noe starts to take special classes, so that he could also go abroad with T, while T was on house arrest. But with days passing, T's parents starts to accept Noe a little. Well, going abroad for his master's was just an option for T. T actually never thought about it very seriously. And on T's graduation day, Noe literally comes dressed as a 19's lover, with flowers in his hands, and a gang, who were dancing and singing behind him, while he gives the bunch of flowers to T, and then a big banner flares up, in which he wrote that he is fortunate to have an old wife. And T gets very embarrassed, because the whole university laughs at them, but T still loves it. And as the time for T to leave comes near, Noe gets more clingy, and the night before T's departure, they had their first night, in which they do the adult things. Now some of you may think, that wasn't he afraid to go to jail, because Noe is a minor, and I also had this thought, and we do get the answer in the novel, as it wasn't T who topped Noe, but it was actually Noe who topped T, so it was actually the minor who did it to the adult. And I have mentioned in my video, that in Thailand, sexual consent starts from the age of 15, and Noe is 16 years old. And finally, in the last chapter of the novel, T goes to a European country to do his master's, and there he does a part-time as well. In the airport during departure, Noe actually cried a lot, and T and Noe always talked on the phone. So when Noe passes his entrance exam, and Tim gifts Noe a plane ticket, and Noe decides to surprise T, but he gets lost, and at the end he had to ask someone for their phone, and contacts T for help, and later T comes to pick him up. And of course, that night was quite hot. And with that, the novel ends here. Now many of you might wonder, what happened after? Did T came back to Thailand after doing masters? So yes, T comes back to Thailand, and starts to work in a company. The next question might be, what is Noe's major at university? Then Noe decides to do a music course, and yes, he is still stuck in 1956. And he is very famous at his university, and every girl is crazy about him. And that makes T is very jealous. And Aunt Tim has already handed over Noe to T, and now, they are living together. And Noe is afraid that one day T might stop loving him, but T says that he loves Noe a little more every day. So yes guys, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you want to read the conversations between T and Noe, then you can check out my website, the link is in the description. Thank you for watching, bye, and take care.